Have you ever wanted to say something, but just stayed silent and then kept replaying it in your head? Why didn't I say anything? If I had just said one word back then, that situation in my life would have never happened. In this video, I'll explain why you feel shy and how to start speaking more confidently, even if you feel scared right now. I used to be very shy, so shy that one time I was about 7 years old. I was staying at my grandma's house and I couldn't turn off the faucet. I literally couldn't reach it. The water just kept running. It was already spilling out of the bathtub onto the floor. I knew I had to call someone, but outside on a bench, my grandma was talking to our neighbor and I just stood there watching them through the window. I felt too awkward to speak, especially with him there. And you know what happened? They talked for like 3 hours. And yeah, the house got flooded. The water literally poured out when my grandma opened the door. But the worst part is, I could have stopped it, but I said nothing. And here's what you need to understand. Shyness doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It's just fear of looking weird, saying something wrong, being judged. It feels like everyone is watching you, like everyone is thinking, what did she just say? How does she look? But the truth is, people think about themselves way more than they think about you. Everyone has their own problems, their own thoughts, their own worries. You are not the center of their world. But if that's true, why do you still stay silent? Because you're trying to be perfect right away, to say something smart, confident, and correct. But that's not how it works. Confidence doesn't appear instantly. It's built through small steps. For example, say one short sentence, ask one simple question, just keep the conversation going. You don't need to be super confident right away. It's enough to do a little, then a little more, and a little more small steps. Don't scare your brain. You already know that from my previous video. And here's one mistake almost everyone makes. People wait for the fear to go away, but it doesn't. Seriously. It won't disappear on its own. You only become confident after you act first. It's scary, then it gets a little easier, then it feels normal, and then you don't even think about it anymore. And that's completely normal. Even very successful people went through this. For example, Mahatma Gandhi. He was a lawyer, and during his very first court case, he stood up and couldn't say a single word. He just froze. He got so nervous that he had to return the money to his client. Just imagine a person who later became one of the most influential leaders in the world once couldn't even speak. So it's important to understand you're not a shy person, you're just someone who got used to staying silent, and habits can change. So, shyness is fear of being judged. People think about themselves more than about you, and confidence only comes through action. Write in the comments. In what situations do you feel the most shy? And subscribe. This is where you become more confident